It's enough rising. It's enough rising.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Green Live stream. I am your host, Edie Arndell, and I'm here with my super awesome co-host, Mr. Scott Free.
Well, I'm just doing super awesome over here.
I was trying to think of something new to say.
I know, that was a good
In
one.
the
I loved it.
moment.
I loved it. It reminded me of the Lego movie. What was that thing? Oh,
Everything is awesome.
awesome.
Everything is awesome. Well, Scott Free is awesome. Mhm. And so is Miss Chibu Asonye. It's so good to have you here. Illinois in the house.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Illinois strong.
Yeah, so you are the co-chair of the Coordinated Campaign Committee. Thank you for having that written down there, or the CCC, however you want to say it. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about you, first of all, and then we can talk about what you're up to.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good to see you again, because I love coming on to this amazing live stream with these awesome Illinoisans. But I'm Chibu Asonye, and I'm one of three co-chairs for the Coordinated Campaign Committee. I have previously run for office. I ran for Congress in 2024, and part of a group of people who saw the importance of investing in local and state elections and ensuring that our candidates, not just on the federal level, but on the state and local level, have the resources, the training, and the support to thrive and to win and to run as Green parties. And so the Coordinated Campaign Committee does just that. We focus our resources, our support, and our training on local candidates. So this could be school board members, constables, election judges, up to things that you obviously know, like state houses, Senate, and even like water districts, because we have folks who run for that office and want to Green Party values in governance to their state and to their town. We also do collaborations with the federal candidates. So if you are running for Congress like myself, or Senate, or anything super big like that, we want you to know that you're part of the you're part of creating a great down ballot race and situation for the other folks who are running in office in your particular area. And so we coordinate with the Green Campaign Committee that runs congressional campaign candidates, and we focus on state and local elections. And so that's what I'm here to talk about today. We have a lot of really great things that happened in 2025 on the state and local, state and local level. And we want to highlight those awesome candidates, those awesome now electeds and newly electeds.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wanted to bring up this graphic. Yeah, so here is Green Party at a snapshot.
There you go.
Look at all the races that we won in 2025. 106 candidates, 49 electoral victories, 22 states featured Green Party candidates on the ballot. Wow. Just look at that. Municipal and local boards, election administrations, education and school boards, and special districts. So 2025 is an off year, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah, that's amazing. No.
Absolutely. I mean, out of 22 states is something that is huge this year. And we have to remember that the Green Party has been actively seeking out ballot access for years and have had ballot line access for years. But recently in Illinois, but in other states for sure, where they were kicked off the ballot and their ballot line access was revoked and taken away and made to be harder to access. And so having 22 is amazing.
It is. Yeah. And I kind of heard about the history of Illinois Green Party, and it is very true. When there was ballot access, things were going crazy and there were all kind of candidates. And when you don't have ballot access, things can, be much more difficult. And we know that Texas has 10 years now because of Eddie Espinoza. So I can't remember the office. It was a railroad commissioner or something, right?
That's the office.
Yep. And so he won that, or he didn't win it, be at enough percentage. I don't know if it was 2 or 5%. And so he got Texas, the whole state. He got Texas ballot access for Texas. It is super important, and it's different in every single state. Every single.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to say that David Rich is here. What's up, Dave?
Hey, David.
And I'm assuming you might know who this is. Outraged Gardener. Hello, Chibu.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Oh.
I know a couple of those.
Yeah, right. So that could be a whole lot of people.
My very best friend. We have an outraged conversation almost every day. Like, oh my God, can you believe this happened? Today we were talking about the sell-off of, like, I don't know, hundreds of acres to solar farm and all the ramifications thereof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, solar's good, but not when you take farmland and just cover acres and like I'm talking hundreds. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we're not even guaranteed that I doubt the electricity will actually benefit the community. I think it's going to get shipped elsewhere. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because they won't let us have our own energy and be like energy independent here in the United States. That's not what markets want.
Right.
Well, I am lucky living down here in Carbondale. They have the electric company is a co-op.
Oh, that's cool.
Good.
So hats off to Egyptian. Yeah. So anyway, so we know what's going on in Illinois, so I'll give a brief history. We have to get 25,000 signatures and probably times 2 to get our statewide candidates. So that's, for however many we have whenever we file, U.S. Senate, governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general. See, I have trouble too whenever I'm not listening. Secretary of State, comptroller, treasurer. Did I forget anybody?
Lieutenant governor, which
yes, I said lieutenant governor, didn't I?
I don't know.
I skipped myself.
Rerun the
no, you said it.
I was just joking because there's a person who is the lieutenant governor candidate.
Hopefully they still allow us to have them all on the same petition. But the goal is to get us on the ballot, which that starts at the end of February to start gathering signatures. This is why you didn't see us earlier in the year, because we don't have primaries. We're not established. Even though we were, but now we're not. So I don't know how that works. But 5% of the governor's race is what we're after.
Right. So we have a 2-step goal here, but it's difficult in Illinois, without a doubt. We're one of the roughest. So, thanks to the politicians that came before us and set up this horrible system. And it also stays, pen and paper. Which we do have computers, folks. In the state of Illinois, we have computers. We could do them on those, but no, they got to make it as just horrifically difficult as possible.
Every layer of process you add, it makes it harder to do. One more hurdle. Yeah. But go ahead, Chibu.
No, and I just think that part of why, there are so many ways to get folks to sign petitions, and you're so right. There's previously electronic signatures available during as one of the COVID era relief programs to ensure that people who couldn't go out and get signatures because it was almost against the law or very frowned upon, depending on exactly where you were in Illinois. But that's gone now. That was one amazing way for folks who might not be able to physically sign or would prefer the ease of electronics, the way all of us live with electronics around us in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
But it's gone, and that is not something that's available anymore. But it was helpful when it was available.
And I never thought about it. Our system discriminates, it's ableist discrimination because, people who would want to sign and not, that That also makes me remember the Jill Stein campaign when we would get calls in. I'm in this town. I really want to sign. How do I do it? And we're like, oh gosh, how are we going to drive 200 miles to get one signature? It's just it's completely unfair. The system is completely unfair.
Because most of the time when you're petitioning for signatures, you're going to go where there's a crowd so you can get the most in the quickest amount of time because the threshold's so high.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to make the most of the hours you have.
Yeah.
Yep. And even if you wanted to pay folks to make that happen, I mean, there's a reason why we have billionaires as our elected officials and not everyday people. It costs money to run a race.
Right.
It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you are in the spectrum of elections, whether you're local, whether you're state. But yeah, it costs a lot of money, which is part of why we need people to donate. Is that what the
Bing,
QR
that's
code
that
is?
bing.
Thank you for that reminder.
Suddenly appears.
Yeah. 5 times.
So that's the QR code to donate to the Illinois Green Party.
Right.
So we can have the funds to support our candidates until they get their own funding. Yeah. Their own websites and everything going. So although I have mine, but we're working on a couple more. Yeah.
And I was thinking, Chibu, when you talked about the smaller offices, the local state, it's also so important because that's one of the big propaganda things against the Green Party or any third party, but they seem to really pick on us. You only show up every 4 years. So the fact that people are running smaller offices means in their world, all of those folks know about the Green Party, right? It might be a small group, but you add all those up and also it's spread out across the whole country. It's super important. Super important. Even though people might think, oh, I'm just running for this little, thing. Super important that we have it.
I agree. One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about state elections in particular is not just the visibility, but it means that we're able to govern.
Yeah.
We're an electoral party that participates in elections and lawmaking and interest group, like an interest moving, so that way our ideals, which is people, planet, and peace, and ecology, and democracy, and grassroots democracy, is able to thrive. And doing it and getting these laws on the books in your city councils, on your in your schools, that's good governance.
Yep.
And that's what and it's all across the board. So yeah, you need to have good governance in your schools, and so run as a green, because the values that you want to bring to the table are in alignment with our particular party. And yeah, you can do that at the school board, you can do it as a constable, you can do it as an election judge, making sure that we continue to have fair and free elections, and accessible elections too.
And we've had Gabriel Medina on a couple of times. And is he school board? Is that his position?
He's a Pajaro Valley school board trustee. So he sits on the school board, and he lives in California.
And he talks about how, like you said, the Green Party values are super important to his job because he is fighting corruption at that level. I mean, he tells us these stories. I'm like, wait a second, I thought that only happened like in the Senate and then like the big time. But he goes like, oh no,
those people come from somewhere.
Yeah, the corruption starts. Well, I guess in my brain, it's
Oh, I was just gonna say I watched a little bit of the videos. I mean, they record there just like the city council here, and just the things that the public was saying to him and that the board was allowing. They were calling him out by name, and I'm just like, what is happening? And all he was saying, we don't need cops in our, and he was upset because somebody had been killed.
Right.
So, he's representing a different community than the ones that are sitting next to him.
And things like, student representation on the boards. It was like, that seems so obvious. And yet there's trying to fight that.
So, I'm going to put our signature pledge in the comment section. So if you want to help us get signatures to get our state candidates on the ballot for 2026, it starts February 25th. But please sign up now because we'll be doing more trainings in January to make sure everybody knows what to do, has ideas where to go, and we will be reaching out after the holiday.
Yeah, and please reach out to us. Yes, you can do that. You can fill out the form on the website, or you can also just come and check us out Thursday nights, 8:00 p.m. Central. We have a hangout on Zoom, and you can find the link to that at ilgp.org/events, because that, I sit here and number crunch. I mean, I worked on the Jill's Tide campaign, but I sit here and number crunch, to get that idea of the 25,000 minimum, and ain't going to do it. We got to have 50,000, and just the number of people working, how many hours, and and I'm like, okay, folks, we have got to get more people helping us. So we absolutely have to have more people. And please, it would be just a wonderful thing you could do. I did this thing I posted on Facebook, I think today, where I said, folks, calling out, just what's your percentage of, for my lefty friends out there, what's your percentage of doing protests versus helping a third party or a third party candidate? And so I've been getting some responses, and I, obviously when I was like jamming a little at my protest friends, come on, folks, this is important too. And that, so I just think that, yeah, we're going to need help. This is the time. The Green Party's going to need the help.
This is your Christmas goose.
Yeah, February 2026 is the
gift
time.
To yourself. Facts.
Yeah. New Year's resolutions. This would be a good one, folks. If you're looking for those New Year's resolutions, help the Green Party.
Because across Illinois, you from the local part of why we want to get the 5% and to win this upcoming governor election is so that way we can get ballot access and make it easier for the state and local candidates.
Yes.
From 5,000 for getting a school board seat and getting on that ballot to 500 or to 25 because you live in a smaller town.
Oh, cool.
Okay, yes, that ratio.
So that is a average of every U.S. House race in the state of Illinois. So I took the numbers, added them up, averaged them out. So it's a 20-to-1 ratio.
Right.
For every one signature they need, we need at least 20.
Yeah.
And really, if you factor in that they get challenged, we need 40.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think that's quite democratic, but
Right. Yeah, fair elections, people.
Yeah, free and fair elections. Where'd they go?
Yeah.
Making it harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
Making it harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Lucy in the football,
Yeah.
Yes, you're doing it, and then it gets taken out from under you, and it's a really frustrating feeling. I know in Illinois that because I feel this way, that there are other people, other Illinoisans who are like, we want to see Green Party folks on the ballot, and I feel like I'd want to at least hear what they have to say, and it's not hate speech, it's not rude, it's just another way of governing. That's of focusing on the people and making our state and our country better than what it was beforehand. But convincing folks, but now what you have to do is essentially convince people that you deserve, that you deserve to be on the ballot. And
or just have the right to have another voice. I mean, because the two-party system is kind of an echo chamber. Well, we talk about stuff that they never bring up. So just to have that conversation is important enough for us to be on the ballot. Because when you bring up, universal health care or rent control or housing the unhoused, I don't hear that. except for in my Green Party spaces. Oh, and my activist communities.
Right.
So it's the way to change the conversation, and this is what the public has been screaming for at least 10 years.
Right.
Demanding.
So we are representing what the nation wants.
And the difference is with the mainstream politicians is they will talk about Medicare for all,
Yep.
but then they'll get a phone call. I'm going to use this prop a lot.
Oh,
Gotta.
Oh my God,
I love the phone. I love the phone. I saw it on the fundraiser stream. It's beautiful.
But I use that silly prop to say that that's exactly what happens, right? That, in fact, it's got to be like crazy right now because it's all about the healthcare system, and it's about to collapse completely. The privatized to the nth degree is about to collapse, and so I could just imagine the calls, and that's the difference, folks. That's the difference. Because the Democrats and Republicans, they are getting phone calls from the health insurance industry right now. And they are getting threats. They're like, you better not. Whereas we wouldn't get those. That's the thing. We wouldn't be getting those phone calls. Or they would get the phone call and we say, no, thank you. Goodbye.
Well, we'll donate this much to your campaign if you just be quiet about that and be like, no, that's not why I'm here. No. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for a career. I'm in it to help people.
Right.
So move along. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of relate a little conversation that I had yesterday with our future Senate candidate, Mr. Joe Harrington. Him and a good friend were talking. Won't say their name, but they were wondering why they don't see Green Party in the media. Would you all like to take that one?
Go ahead.
Oh, sure. There is a distinctive media blackout on Green Party candidates and third party candidates. If you are not one of the major two parties in duopoly, people won't want to interview you. And it won't be because they don't see your campaign and they don't see the value. It will be, or you're not like saying good points and being respectful. It'll be purely out of preference for the two-party system. If there's a concept that if we don't see you, it means you all don't exist.
Yeah.
And you will then not be able to, and then you won't get the vote, or you won't get more traction. But yeah, there's a media blackout. I think that there's a few things. One, in 2024 and in 2020, the DNC, so the Democratic National Committee, the national one, send out a memo and letters and emails to vendors, to journalists, to different folks who are just a larger part of the fundraising spectrum of election work and like electioneering, and said if you highlight a primary challenger, and if you highlight any third parties, if you cater their events, even if they're paying you full price, we will ban you for future places. We won't consider you. We won't allow you to cater or to have a booth at our table. We won't let you do business if you do business with other folks who aren't us. That happens in Illinois too.
Oh, God.
So part of the media blackout is so that way people never hear that there is an alternative or a challenger, and it's smaller newspapers, sometimes some public media, and free media will want to ensure that all voices are heard. And so once you get on the ballot, or once you submit your name as a candidate to the proper officials, then they'll interview you. But yeah, if you're not going to see it on ABC and some other places because their bottom line will ultimately be impacted.
Yep.
If we win, we will never do an interview with you again. Me, none of my staff, no one moving forward. That's your lively. That's if you're journalist.
So it's dangling access and
dangling access.
work, because like caterers and stuff, they work. That's their
Right.
job. They need the money.
Right.
So dangling their access and their money, well, I had another angle on it. There's about 5 people that own almost everything you read, see, and hear, especially in mainstream. And they are billionaires. They are some of the richest people in the world. And we would tax them. They don't like what we would have to say. So why would they platform us?
Yeah.
You know, and they control the content on all of those stations. So you also got to like think about it outside of the box a little. Like, okay, so why do I see, a Lockheed Martin commercial on this channel? I'm not going to buy a jet.
Right. Exactly.
You mean you're not going to buy an army, Edie? That's not your business?
Exactly.
Because they're paying for favorable coverage,
Yes.
and the news used to be, there was a barrier, there was a line, and that's gone.
Yeah.
It's
I
gone.
was thinking about all the principles again, me being an older folk, that it seemed like those principles used to be there, right? The fairness of broadcasting, the equal, that at least, yes, you might only see it in the public broadcasting world, or, now it just doesn't seem like it exists at all. It's not even a thing. It's not even a thing.
It was systematically taken apart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was absolutely done on purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we can do this in one state, if we can make it cost money to apply for the ballot or to get access to a ballot in New Mexico or New York, which is true, then we can do that in other states, because these are all other blue states. So it's not against democracy. We're just ensuring that people who we don't like don't have access to something. Or we don't know.
They flip it in the red states. It's the same game.
Yeah.
So it's just barrier after barrier, and anybody that does like emails or content or anything, every time you create like a click, you lose people. So that's what they're doing. They're gatekeeping. They're making it hard. So like people were asking me, well, you're not getting signatures yet, and I'm like, I can't, because the state makes us wait until February, when it's going to be, who knows how cold it is.
Right.
I'm hoping for early spring, starting February 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're going to need, we would like a couple hundred people to make it easy on everyone. But if we had 100 dedicated people, we would be able to do it.
Yeah. We could do it with 100 folks. We could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I number crunched it. So yes.
Yeah.
And we also are looking for candidates. So Chibu, you do want to speak to that? We still want candidates.
Yes. So 2025 still has a few more weeks into it. But we're gearing up and getting ready for 2026.
Yeah.
And so if you are someone who has an interest in being a part of their community and being an active leader in their community, if you have a school board that you think that you could have some good momentum on, or a city council, if you just want to be a larger part of your community's decision-making process, then consider running for office, and then run green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking too, one of the other issues with having so many the signature requirements is that people that want to run green usually, they see the number, they're like, I'm not sure how I can get that accomplished.
Right.
So they either don't run at all, or they join one of the major parties because they find it easier.
Right.
And I would say if it's easier, it's probably not better, because what's easy usually is, you know what I mean? If it comes easy, you don't really appreciate it.
That's why it's done. It's done to discourage, without a doubt.
Did you want me to put up the Run Green Run?
Yeah,
website?
go ahead.
Okay. And then I think Scott can scroll.
Okay.
See, team effort here.
We love it.
We know this technology.
If this past year, our focus was on pushing candidates and candidates who cared about like public ownership, quality Medicare for all, and a lot of and economic opportunities for all. And so if that's something that you want to see in your local community, then yeah, run green. And so here's a website that kind of shows what we've done and who we are and how we do things. But if you go on the website and click if you go on the website and email us slash, yeah, you can go ahead, email us slash, make a comment, then we'll be able to connect you to our candidate group where people are able to get training. So that's what we want. It can be overwhelming running as a third party for the first time when you always hear in the back of your mind how much easier it is to run as a Democrat or as a Republican. In Illinois, it's probably a Democrat, but what we are offering you is training. We have grants, so monetary, financial assistance, and some templates, so that way you're not starting off from scratch. We also do media training. We have a media committee that works with us, so that way our candidates, when I was one, but our candidates can feel confident going out into the world and challenging the two-party system, but also shining a light and highlighting what kind of governance that the Green Party is offering to our country and into your state and into your local community. We do have a lot of young people who I think that have run previously with us, that ran this year, and we want to continue that. So if you are 18 and above, because in some places you a lot of local elections you need to be at least 18 so that way you can because you have to be able to vote. But if you're 21, if you meet the constitutional requirement for any given position, because that's ultimately it's supposed to be representative. We're a representative government from the top all the way down. But if you want to represent your community and you want to do it in a way that you feel morally well about it, then run green.
Yeah.
And I would challenge any high school student that's going to graduate listening. Why don't you run for school board? Who would know better how to run the school than you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to add is that I've heard from numerous people who have like decided they want to run as a Democrat for a certain office, and then the call comes in, no, this is not the right time. And so they have a system already set up, and if you don't fit their system, then they're not gonna, they'll even discourage it in numerous ways. Whereas at the Green Party, we want you here. We absolutely have lots of spots open, and yeah, that wouldn't be happening here. It's not a I this comes up all the time that we on social media know that a comparison between the Greens and the Democrats, and Greens Democrats especially, given where we live, and it's like, folks, it's not the same thing. We are a volunteer organization. We are people just here doing things, trying to get things accomplished. Where the Democrats a private multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's there's a big difference.
And so are the Republicans. Absolutely.
Yes. And so it's weird to even think of the two things as in a comparison, because it's just a different world.
What is it? What is that? What is that old song? One of these things
is not like the other. Yeah, just doesn't belong. No,
I don't know where these things come from. They're back here.
That's Sesame Street. Oh, that was Sesame Street, right?
Oh, I think it is.
Yep. No, you're Sesame Street.
I was raised on Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers.
Oh. We love Sesame Street out here.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there was a good Elmo meme today, but I should have grabbed it.
Oh my goodness.
He was like, Elmo just wants food and people, housing. And then the politician's like, I don't
No.
yeah.
Get out of here, Elmo.
Why don't you get your 15th job and hope that that's going to be enough to get
Right.
you that food and housing?
Yeah.
I know you don't have a house or a shower or anything, but can you go over here and work real quick? Like they're gonna hire somebody that's sitting on a street corner. Yeah. I had someone say that to me the other day. I go, do you want me to hang up right now? We were on the phone and I'm like, I know we disagree, but we're friends, but I'm like, should I hang up right now? Like, could you rephrase that? Oh, I'm going to get this wrong again. Anyway,
I'll hook. Yeah. Just
egg,
giving it a shot.
Egg hook. Yeah. We could use people in local office. I get tired of people complaining that we only show up every 4 years.
Right. And, the most discouraging thing about that, I really yelled hard at a friend of mine. I felt terrible. I really yelled at him for that, because the thing is, what all they're doing is just reciting a propaganda thing that they heard, and they just mimic it. I mean, a 2-second Google search, you would know that Greens are in offices all over the place and all the time and running all the time. A 2-second Google search. But no, they're going to just recite that over and over because that's what they were told to say.
Yeah, because the propaganda machine is so vast and it's repetition. You have to actually break the cycle away from that because they hook you.
And understand what propaganda is and where it comes from. That's the problem, is they still trust their sources. That's the biggest problem. Yeah.
And the sources are bought by the two parties.
Yeah.
I was writing something today, and I always come back to the George Orwell's 1984. He warned us about all this decades ago. Big Brother with constant surveillance. And the Ministry of Truth, which is the propaganda arm. And the one thing that really just occurred to me recently is they had this part in the book called the 2-minute hate, where you're required to go in and yell at the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's all you're required to do. And the person that yells the loudest,
okay.
you got to show your loyalty,
right?
And then you leave and go about your day,
right?
That's protest. That's mobilization without action.
Right.
That's what that.
Right. And that's why, that's part of what I try to do when I'm out in the social media worlds, is try to convince people of the importance of the electoral politics side of progress, how important it is. We have to have different people in those offices instead of just protesting about the bills they write. Come on, folks, let's get different people in. Then those bills won't be written. We'll have better ones. So,
And better laws will be put in place instead.
Right.
It's not just the absence. And that's part of why I'm so excited about having local candidates, is that it's not just stopping bad things from happening, which is what I feel like the two parties keep asking us. We'll just stop. All you need to do is vote to stop something bad from happening.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's creating better governance. Gooder isn't a word, but I would prefer to say gooder governance.
I love it. I love that. That's great.
It is now trademark.
Yes.
LOL.
TM
My
circle.
English teacher would be sad but a better version of governance.
Oh no.
Creating good governance in our communities that prioritize people, that prioritize our needs and our actual wants, and then actually addressing them.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would also say, how much time, anybody watching this ever, just think about how much time that you have been reading emails, signing petitions, writing your congressperson, your senator, your whoever, calling them on the phone, complaining. What if you put those hours in the Green Party and got people elected that we would answer your call and say, oh, you want to talk about this? Well, yeah, I agree with you. What do you want to do about it?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And if I can play on the made up words, I was telling my friend about in the business world, actionable. I want an actionable item. Like that didn't exist like 10 years ago. So he goes, yeah, that's truthinable.
Truth.
That's good. I like it. I like that.
New Oxford Dictionary word.
Ring, ring. Somebody's calling you on the phone. It's the librarian.
Yeah.
It's your
Oh,
English teacher.
they are upset. Oh my God, they are pissed at me. Woo. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've
that's
had
the thing
conversations. Oh, go
That's
ahead.
the thing about the old phone. You don't know who's on the other end. That's the problem with it.
Like,
You
I'm
have
in
no idea.
trouble.
Ugh,
Oh my goodness.
bad memories.
I've had conversation with people in local government that I really respect and care about. And I'm like, can you imagine having Green Party there by your side?
Mm,
What we could get done and what we would not be doing?
yeah.
Like 600-acre solar farms. I don't think we would have said okay to that.
Yeah.
I'd have to see the deets, but it's already a done deal. I don't know how that's going to go. And my good friend Yvonne, I think she's actually the outraged gardener. Now that
Oh, there
I'm
we
looking
go.
at it.
Okay.
She's like, well, they put everything so close together. How are they going to mow that? And she's like, they're just gonna spray poison all over it to kill the weeds, and they're not going to have to pay any taxes for the first 5 years, and the electricity won't benefit the community. So
That's the weirdest one. Yeah, that is where it really gets weird. That's a really good example of where the whole clean energy world got grabbed by the capitalists, where a good idea went.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, because solar is a great idea,
It is, but when they take it,
but when they take it and they
business model by a conglomerate, then watch out.
yeah,
There.
crazy.
Yeah.
So a 600-acre
I think
solar
that's
farm on current farmland that could be used to grow food. Yeah.
And the ground will probably be poisoned by the time they're done with it, and the community won't benefit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're not going to pay taxes for the first 5,
No.
It'd be one thing if they were
benefit?
putting it there to power this part of the state.
Right.
That'd be different.
Right.
And consult it with environmentalists where you didn't have to poison the ground. That'd be different.
Right.
Yeah.
Devil's always in the details, folks.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? The devil's in the details.
Yep. So what candidates are you excited about besides us? Are there any across the nation?
For 2026?
Yeah.
Well, one of our favorite candidates is, of course, Andy Ellis, who's running for governor in Maryland. So we love him. There is another state candidate who's running for governor, is Butch Ware. We also love and is in here. There are going to be a few more candidates that are going to announce in 2026.
Okay.
So we're still waiting for them to feel good about announcing it on a national and a larger scale.
Okay.
But I would say that those are two that we can keep watching as I know that those are both governor candidates.
Okay.
Yeah, because Andy's running for governor.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones that haven't announced. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, but we'll be able, I think once 2026 really starts, we'll be able to announce more candidates.
Okay.
More candidates. But there are 2025 candidates who were previously and were elected that we can shout out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And if anybody wants to come on the show. Oh, there we go. I'm running for re-election for city council next year.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Can you reach out to us? Because we'd love to have you come on the show and talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll put the contact. I'll put where you can get a hold of me.
And we could put my email in there, scott.free@ilgp.org, if you want to stick that in. Yeah, because we'd love to have you come on and talk about running for office. We Love that. Congrats. We love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, I'm typing it in so y'all talk. I can't type and talk.
Oh, okay. Well, are there some that you want to name of folks that have they're now in office? I mean, I don't know if you have any names offhand for 2025 that
Well, the mayor.
yes, the mayor of Galesburg, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's awesome.
Peter
and so he-
Schwartzman, right?
yeah.
I got that right. Yeah.
One of our longest serving elected officials is in Connecticut, and their
Okay.
name is Leaf Smith.
Oh.
So I learned this recently, but Leaf has been the constable of their town in Connecticut for several years now, and has been running as a green since the beginning. So I don't want to say the wrong number on air, but yeah. Okay, I found the number. So they have been in office since 2007.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
great.
See?
Yeah. So they are one of the longest serving elected officials here in Connecticut,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
as a elected official.
Excellent.
That's awesome. And Brian says Greens will be disparaged no matter what, so we have to be strong and persist. The immediate future is pretty bleak, and that's
You
a
know-
perfect opportunity for us to, promote what we're promoting.
Brian, you're absolutely right. I know things are super bleak out there. So we have to really, I hope 2026 is a really big year for the Green Party nationally, like really big. Like we get some big wins because we have got to shake up the system because we're running out of time. I mean, we are running out of time. Yes, you're right, Brian.
And for those of you that tune in regularly, that's Mr. Jacob Sadabras. Really hope to run for Congress one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, he's helping us out in the kind of the middle west side of the state.
Well, he's working on the chapter, Madison County chapter. He's working on getting that together. So
if anybody's listening that's in that area,
yes.
Yeah.
St.
let
Louis
us know.
area.
Yeah.
I think that if you are interested in running for office, maybe not today, but anytime or sometime in the future, like the person who just commented, I definitely think that a great way to gain experience and to gain confidence is to help on someone else's campaign.
Oh, good point. That's a good point.
So I would say getting connected with the local Green Party chapter in your area, seeing who's running there, but also don't feel limited to one particular location. This is the day and age of the internet, and you can do a lot all over.
Yeah.
So if you are in Illinois in particular, if you're in Indiana or Missouri, you'd be surprised that we're your neighbors. So St. Louis has you can be really useful in St. Louis if you're in that area. And if you are in like Gary, you can be useful in Chicago and vice versa. What's beautiful about the Green Party is because we're people powered, we also accept that we will be less funded. So we're more willing and more likely to let you stay at our houses for free. I've done that before. And let someone just kind of hang out in a space. Obviously, we want you to be safe, and we're safe people. That's just a quick caveat. Don't go to a random stranger's house to,
public
harm.
service announcement.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get to know them well first, please.
But as you get to know folks, ask if you can come down for a weekend. If you have the time and you have the ability, that's part of why the coordinated campaign committee gives out grants. You can do private fundraising, but sometimes you just need something to help you get off and pay for get off on the jumping point. So getting started, and you just need a little gas money because you don't need to be paid because you're just doing this because you really care and you want that learning experience. Volunteers aren't always paid. but we can help you like pay for food, get you a snack, give you some water, so that way you're not everything is completely out of pocket.
Right.
If you're not ready to run right now, you can always learn and get started without announcing until you're absolutely ready. And that could be in 5 years, but you can learn a lot in supporting campaigns now for your own campaign. I 100% learned that as I was running for office.
That's cool.
I would also say, helping us for 2026, should you decide to run in 2028 or 2030, it will make your burden less, because an established party does not need to get so many signatures, and you will be coming out of the gate already ahead of the game.
That's such a good point. Right. You can look at an office right now and say, oh God, 20,000 signatures. How am I going to do that? And then if we get ballot access, you'd be looking at that same office and saying, oh, 1,000 signatures. I got this. Right.
Doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause in 2026, I got 1,000 just helping out,
Yeah. Yep. No, totally.
Or 500 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So our high water mark was Sheldon that got 7,000.
Yeah.
It's like, Sensei, please teach me.
Wow.
So he's going to be doing some training in January as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, super important, folks. Super important.
Yep.
Yeah. Thinking, can you bring back up the picture of the tree with the information? Yeah. So I think it said that Maine had 23 victories, and Connecticut had 7, Pennsylvania had 6, and then the other states had some other ones. But imagine those things don't start out like it starts off as 1, and it grows and it grows and it grows. So Connecticut, we have a strong showing. In Maine, we have a strong showing because we have a great Green parties out there who continue to do both activist work as well as electoral work to get some things changed in their communities. But yeah, like looking at this is just one individual year, right? And one of my goals is to see these numbers double, triple, and imagine in 10 years, so in 2035, how many more numbers, how many hundreds of candidates on the local level, on the state level, on the federal level could we have? I think that it's very possible to double this number in a couple of years.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yep. I think so too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's exciting to see. Maine had 23. I mean, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Wow. We haven't had anybody on from Maine yet on our show yet, I don't think. So we got some work to do. Yes, definitely, because we got to hear. Yeah, and I want to just hear about their success and how, whether it's specifically ballot access or it's really targeted offices but that's fantastic. Man, that is great. It's really inspiring too. It really is.
Oh, I wanted to also bring up that you can, if you donate at the store for Illinois Green Party, you can get one of these shirts.
There you go.
And if you donate nationally at their store,
oh wow, you got them all.
My favorite.
Yes,
I have that shirt.
Yeah,
I love this shirt.
Yeah,
we'll match one day.
Yeah.
So it's not just money, that you never see again. You can actually donate and get a shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, and the money, our money your donation goes a long, huge, absolutely huge way. If everyone donates $25, then that leads to being hundreds of dollars very quickly.
And we encourage just monthly donations. That way we have a budget we can keep working with. Yeah. As we build. But Jacob says Maine has ranked choice voting.
Okay. Bingo. I bet that is a big part of it. That's probably a big part of it. Yes. And I know we have ranked choice voting in Illinois in certain towns. I think Evanston, Forgetting right now where else, but yeah, I mean, and they're working really hard. Fair Vote Illinois works really hard to try to
they
get.
do.
Which we partner with.
Yes,
Mhm,
absolutely.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are definitely trying, and that's that would make a big difference. People,
Seems like a no-brainer, but
oh gosh, yeah. I mean, so obvious. I mean, once you kind of learn at first, it sounds a little weird. Once you learn that, I mean, it makes so much sense. Ranking candidates just makes so much sense.
yeah, that way you
Mhm.
can actually choose who you want instead
Right.
of the lesser evil.
Just
It
pick
destroys the
one.
lesser evil argument. No one
Yep.
will ever be able to say that again.
Right. Right.
It's just
Agreed.
not a thing anymore.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, we need that.
I've never gotten to do that yet.
No.
Yeah. In all the places I've lived, I've never got to do ranked choice voting.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the first day.
Minneapolis. That's another one that has it, right?
Yep. And Alaska also has it.
Alaska.
And New Mexico.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
New Mexico permitted its municipalities, so the cities, towns, to utilize ranked choice voting, instant runoff voting, if the community wanted, like, elected to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I would love to see ranked choice voting here in Illinois.
Yeah. And I worked with Fair Vote Illinois for a little while, so I have some knowledge. So as it turns out, that technology is already in the voting machines, that all the software for today already has that. So that's not an issue at all. It's ready to be used. And the other thing that I'm sure would happen is, like you said, it's in certain municipalities. Once you've had that, to go backwards would just be, there would be massive complaints, because you get used to that idea of ranking candidates, and that it's just, we got to have it.
Yeah.
And some places are easier to run. We had another green win here too as a write-in candidate when no one filed to run for the office.
Okay.
So there's also that. There's offices that aren't being filled. So
Right.
I don't know how do we find that out even? We could just like deal with the attrition by just like being president. Like, I can do that job.
Yeah. No, I think, and there are certainly states that keep track of that, where the offices that are not being contested. Oh yeah, absolutely. I know that Anna does some work on that in Illinois. So yeah.
Anna does. There's a list in the Illinois Green Party in our base camp that has the uncontested. So we focus on uncontested races, meaning that you have no challenger regardless of the party that you're in. This is typically what happens when you gerrymander a state.
Oh.
And you gerrymander a community, so that way people know, well, I'm not going to win as a Republican. I'm going to run as they have made it so that way no Republican could win in this area.
Yeah.
I'm going to run. I'm going to run as a Democrat, and no one else will be running against me because no Republican could win, or
right,
or it's not the time, or something like that. But yeah, there are there's hundreds of uncontested races in Illinois in every election.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see some contest.
Yeah. Right. No, that's a good point. I had never thought of that gerrymandering is another way that democracy gets destroyed. Because if they're so discouraged that they can't even have two people running for an office, that's an interesting point. Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about where money should be being spent, and it's going to be the best bang for your buck. But that's not how we want our elections to be moving forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Chibu, for being here. The hour just flew by.
Oh God. Okay.
We didn't even really have a plan. I'm like, let's just talk Green Party and candidates.
Yeah.
And we just like went with it. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. We'll be back on Saturday. We're going to try to do kind of a economy news of the week on Saturday. We're going to try our best. Although foreign policy always seeps in because it affects our economy, but we'll see how we do. Saturday at noon Central Time. We'll see you then.
And thanks.
I look forward to listening.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
An uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising. Fight the power. It's an uprising. Fight the power.